Hello everyone, I am Angry Bird. Welcome to a new Steel Division 2 cast. We're into the playoffs. This is game number 2 of the best of 3 matchup between Nilla and Frubblord. Let's hope this one's as exciting as the first game. So the matchup we have today, Nilla playing the 44th guard Strelkovi on Vanguard income. Today he's up against Frubblord playing the Reimer Rapana on Flatline income. So both players sticking to the same income, although the decks for both players have changed. The map is Harushaj. Apologies for the bad pronunciation. So let's have a look at Nilla's deck. There are those snipers. He has 6 of them in A phase and 4 of them in B phase. Frubblord's going to need to take care of them because Nilla uses them really effectively. He has a lot of T-34s again, and I think Nilla really favours these medium tanks, the T-34s. I mean, he plays with divisions that are more infantry based than, you know, armoured based, so I guess that's why he does tend to have a lot of T-34s in his divisions. Not quite as many as the previous game. And also, yes, if you haven't watched that previous game, make sure you go and check it out. Go and watch it now, because I cannot guarantee that I will not keep this spoiler free. So make sure you stop watching this right now and go back and watch that previous game and then come back to this one. But yes, the T-34Es, or T-34 85s in this case, doesn't have as many of them, but they are the 85 version. In the support tab we have the SU-152s. Now these are the HE only platform. If I remember correctly, I might be wrong on that, I always make this mistake. Not many anti-tank guns, only 10 in total. Although up against Reimer Rapana, they don't have a great deal of like tanks. They're more of an infantry and air based division. So yeah, I can understand that decision there. May well have taken out some cards to place others into his deck. 1 off map in A and 2 off maps in B, as well as a lot more anti-air, so we're definitely starting to see the balance start to fall into place on anti-air. He's got the TU2S, Nilla loves those planes. 105 points as well. Cost, I mean look at his aircraft. The most expensive is 110. He doesn't really take fighters as well. So yeah. Frubblord's deck, he is on the right hand side in blue. He's playing Reimer Rapana on Flatline income. We have the sissies in the recon tab. These are great units. 2-star vetted. Let's see how Frubblord uses them. In total he has more infantry once again, and the Jakari are very good infantry. He's got 12 Jakari in A, he's got 12 in B, and then 18 in C. So he's got quite a lot of infantry in C, but Nilla really doesn't play for that long game. So interesting. I think I'd have put some more infantry up front, but we'll see how that falls into place. The T-26Bs, 9 of them, that's all of Frubblord's. Is that all of Frubblord's armor in total? It is. Unless he's got some half tracks or some vehicles. Oh, the game is underway, so we're just going to keep heading through here quickly. Quite a lot of AT guns. He's going to need those against the T-34 85s, but then he does have the I-153 in A phase and the PE-2 rocket planes in B and C phase. A lot of aircraft. Let's look to see those Blenheims strike down into the heart of the Russian units. And some off maps and artillery in there as well, and 940 ITKs in C phase. So Frubblord's definitely going to be looking to get control of the skies. We're into the game and underway. On the left hand side in red is Nilla playing the 44th guard Strelkovi on Vanguard income, going hard into the center area, and Frubblord is on the right hand side in blue playing Reimer Rapana on Flatline income and going hard up top and down bottom. So relatively, you know, defensive into the centre. In fact, he's given up a lot of points here, or he's not contested much at all in that centre area. Big push down south though, could look to completely outflank Nilla. Massive push and a northern push as well. Wow, Frubblord looking for the flanks, Nilla looking for the centre. Action straight away, and look at this amazing push from Frubblord. Can he reallocate those units and get them further up? He is unloading them, but yeah, big push. Will he be able to surround the Ognamachiki and just nullify Nilla's units in the southern area? Nilla's trying to rush reinforcements in, but they will not get there in time. The Sissi have found the OB-25, taking complete control of that southern side. Fantastic push from Frubblord early on, but down goes one of the aircraft. I didn't quite catch the name of the bomber, but wow, that went down very early. 2 Zenot 37 mils into the centre of this field. Nilla very concerned about early airstrikes, and wow, those two anti-air units definitely did their job. Struggling with the words right now, but Nilla looks to push his advantage in the centre field. Frubblord's put a lot into the flanks, and Nilla's probably recognised that and is pushing hard in that central area. Frubblord's trying to take up positions in this southern side. Let's look to see whether he can hold on there. And he is using Jakari to push forwards, gonna try and take back control of this southern flag. His units are now surrounded, but they will hold the front line open. He does have an infantry leader in here. Will the Tanko Disanikis be able to hold off the Jakari? It looks like the support of the SU-152 is key here, but both of them surrender. Nilla loses key units in that southern side, and up north, let's have a look. Frubblord does take control of the northern area as well. This is a big play from Frubblord. He has given up control of the central area, but has hit the flanks hard. Can he wrestle back control of the centre and really hold this game off? 12-12, good start from Frubblord. Flatline income versus Vanguard, and if he can hold on to this southern side, he can definitely push Nilla really to the brink of his abilities. The Jakari on the southern side could push forwards, maybe get a Panzerfaust strike onto that SU-152, but there are Guardias coming in reinforcements. Nilla does not want to lose these in the transports. One of them moving right the way forward. Nilla with the Jakari will be able to take shots at those. Frubblord, yeah, Nilla does unload, but ooh, 2 I-153s coming in to strike down at the SU-152. Will they get the kill? Yes, they do. Oh, and both of them pinned down. Will Frubblord be able to push forwards for any kind of surrender here? Possibly. If he pushes forwards with infantry, he might be able to pick up major surrenders on this southern side. Will he do it? It's hard to keep eyes on. He looks like he's got complete control of the north as well. Wow, Frubblord has impressed me early on, taking control of both flanks, but his centre is suffering. Can he hold on to the centre ground? This is going to be hard. Yes, he does get the surrenders down south. The Sissi move forwards, pick up those surrenders. The SVT-40 scope is doing the job, and wow, massive blow to Nilla down south. Frubblord picks up a 14-10 early on into this game, a complete reverse around from the previous game, and look at Frubblord commanding the flanks. It's all about this centre now for Nilla. Can he hold on as Frubblord looks to concentrate back onto this centre ground? Now he's got the flanks taken care of. The Lehito Junta do come into place. They do have the Latil anti-tank rifle. Won't need that just yet, but do manage to take care of one Ognamachiki. There is another one standing in their way, but Frubblord may well be able to take care of the centre area, get himself back into the city, and really put himself in a commanding position. Look at that northern side. Nilla must be on the rocks right now. 14-10 to Frubblord, and he doesn't look like he's going to stop right now. Pouring through this battlefield. Wow, the Finnish are here. The Finns are here. And what a start from Frubblord in this second game of best of 3 against Nilla. The Sissi are located by the Guardia, or do open up. They are getting rather close. Nilla has invested much more infantry down here now, and now he's got this infantry in here. He's been more careful about bringing them in. Frubblord may well struggle to hold on. I think he's going to have to reinforce. Nilla does have an OB-25 in here as well that could take shots at any reinforcing vehicles if Frubblord's not careful and does not spot that unit. Up north, his infantry are taking defensive positions. He's going to have to hold on as best he can, but he's definitely pushed Nilla hard early in this game. Nilla only has the phase A income advantage. And look at Frubblord bringing the artillery early. I think that's probably to target those anti-air pieces, because he's really going to try and use his aircraft. In comes another Blenheim. I think it was a Blenheim that was shot down earlier, but a Blenheim Mark 1s, they are fantastic air units. You know, they are just going to Blenheim these Guardia DPs. The bombs release. They drop down. Will they be on target? Yes, they are, and completely take care of that infantry unit. Frubblord pushes forwards with the Ratsuvaki onto their Guardia, but he is not in the building. May take a lot more suppressive fire than those Guardia. And I think that's hurt him at the moment. A lot of his infantry are out in the open, whereas Nilla's are in cover. Oh, the OB-25 did take down that reinforcing vehicle, and Frubblord did spot it. So at least he will be able to understand that that is there and not push more infantry units to their death, trying to reinforce that position. Needs to get his artillery into action. Nilla pressing forwards in that central area, but Frubblord still has the 14-10 right now, really doing exceptional work early on into this game. Can Nilla make his way back into this? But it looks like he is managing to surround this southern side. He's lost a lot of infantry trying to take it back. T-34-76 joining the reinforcements in here, but I think he can now do it. He does have some Jakari pushing forwards as well, but unless Frubblord can kind of get rid of this OB-25 and push in reinforcements, I think Nilla's going to have that southern side. The north, Nilla has to recapture the north. Oh, down goes a T-34 to a close range Jakari strike with the Panzerfaust. So one less tank for Frubblord to deal with. Almost guerrilla warfare from Frubblord with these Panzerfausts. In comes the artillery targeting the AA units, and fantastic tactics by Frubblord. And I-153 coming in here. Oh, he's trying to take down the T-34-76 Conrotti. Did not see this Conrotti at first, and it does get the kill. Big kill, because that takes away the veterancy from the Guardia. One of them pinned down and may well surrender. There's only one man left. The other do as well. Frubblord taking back control of this centre side, and Nilla's looking fairly weak there. He has managed to really reinforce his southern position. His northern position's looking reasonable from Nilla. I think he's going to struggle taking it back, but he's got enough troops in there to at least, you know, hold his front line and push forwards in the future. But his centre is now looking weak as Frubblord's taken a chunk out of Nilla's units early on into this game. Less than 10 minutes into this, and Frubblord with a big 14-10 on the scoreboard already. The 84K is still getting into work. Will they be able to really take some key victories over Nilla's units? Just trying to hit the infantry in those buildings, and Nilla's having to reinforce with infantry and tanks, whereas Frubblord's able to invest in more strategic assets like the 84Ks, you know, some KKM machine guns, and the airplanes we've seen flying around overhead. The Sissy do engage the Ogmachiki, surely will pick up the kill here. They're definitely not losing suppression much, and they are 2 stars, so definitely take a lot less suppression. Nilla has managed to get rid of Frubblord's infantry and somehow holds these flags down here in the southern side, takes it back to a 12-12. In comes another Blenheim, and I think he's manually targeting that OB-25. Yeah, gets the suppression, but doesn't get it quite on target. I think that was a manual ground attack target used by Frubblord. He does have 2 Jakari down in this southern side, but I think they're going to get overwhelmed. If Nilla can use his T-34-76 correctly, which is what he's doing, keeping it at range, making sure it doesn't get taken down by the Panzerfaust. Sissy pushing forwards over open ground, and nothing you know, opening fire on it yet. So Frubblord will know there's not a lot there. The KKM's pushing forwards to the edge of the forest, going to provide some key suppressive fire, make sure Nilla doesn't counterattack in that southern side. We have an off map into the north. It is the Jeep KO 152mm off map. There is an 82mm mortar as well, chucking smoke down onto the battlefield, trying to cut off the sight lines from the after Machiki. Kind of surprised these after Machiki haven't pushed forwards into this smoke, but there are a number of infantry units in there. I think that's maybe why Nilla's laid down that smoke, but he hasn't yet pushed forwards the after Machiki into that attack. The Ju-88 this time pushing forwards and attacking the Zenart 37mm. One of them has gone down. No, sorry. Attacking the tanks down here. I think there's an off map. Is that an off map that's come in? I'm not sure. I think that was just all of the Ju-88 bombs, but it was quite suppressed, so they hit such a wide area there. Nilla actually picks up a 13-11 now, has resecured part of the northern side and obviously the southern side as well. The reinforcements for Frubblord finally make it into the south just in time. Will that T-34-85 be able to take out a couple of units of Jakari in the transports? That could be a big win here, and the Jakari moving forwards up, trying to sneak attack the T-34-76. Nilla has not yet spotted the movement of those Jakari. Will one of them go down? The tanks are undefended right now. Nilla finally spots, backs off that T-34. No, it automatically moved there, and the Jakari are so close. They are reloading. One strike has come in from that Panzerfaust. It's been a miss, and the T-34-76 is still in trouble. The Jakari have almost unloaded. Nilla spots, finally reverses, but Frubblord is chasing that kill. Will he get it? There's another squad moving forwards as well. Surely we'll get it. They have not fired the Panzerfaust once more. There's another squad of Jakari really chasing that T-34-76, but it backs down behind that hill. Will it survive? Frubblord chasing these kills, and he's managed to establish control of the southern side once more. Those T-34s are all alone against the Jakari. Cannot spot them, and Frubblord is able to move into a position where he can fire on them. Ooh, nice shot onto the rear of that T-34-76. Does not get the kill though, and up in the northern side, Nilla hasn't made as many inroads as I think he would have expected. The after Machiki did go down to the infantry up here. There is an off map, not too well targeted. The T-26s are into that northern position. There is a T-34-76 here as well. The mortar is raining down fire onto the infantry troops, and the Sapori and Guardia are pushing forwards. I'm inventing new units of Guardery here in Steel Division 2. The Jakari did not manage to get the kill on the T-34-76. Frubblord's finally given up trying to chase that kill and moves his Jakari to try and engage the infantry. Nilla's gonna find his T-34-76 cut off, but I think he's just placing it there to try and, you know, stop Frubblord getting any reinforcements in. But this is the big one. Ooh, that's a bad movement order. Let's see whether Frubblord realizes, but that pat gun could go down in the transport. I like the position he's put in it, but you need it, you know, the AI is taking it in a bad position there. I don't know if Frubblord is going to spot that. The off map coming down up north actually does capture some units in the line of fire. Guardia DPs do unload. I think Nilla's going to pick up some surrenders here. The T-26B's pushing forwards, but the T-34 will do well against them. And Frubblord's north looks like it could collapse down into the sun side. The pack gun did unload, gets the gun jam and the crew panic. Frubblord should pick up the surrender once these Ratsuvaki move in there as well. The PE2 attacking into the T-34-76. There is still a Zenart 37mm, but it's all alone now after its partner did get shot down or taken care of. I'm sure it was the artillery that did that job, and Frubblord has managed to get his reinforcements into this southern side once again, really hampering Nilla's presence in that southern area. But the centre for Frubblord does now look in trouble. I think he's pushed forwards there, he's lost units, and 15-9 to Nilla. Will he make his way back into this game? 14 minutes left on the clock. Can Frubblord turn it around? He had such a commanding position early on into this game, but Nilla has somehow found his way back into the game. 15-9 down to a 14-10. 28 minutes for Nilla to hang on and get the victory. He is down on income now, 15 minutes into this game. Nilla on Vanguard, Frubblord on Flatline. Frubblord has the better income as we are right now. The Blenheim Mark 1 pushing in, just trying to take out whatever's in its path. And the artillery now raining down as well. Frubblord trying to re-secure this southern side. Nilla has taken the flag, but Frubblord has a number of infantry units down there, so he still has enough to stop Nilla pushing forwards. I think he needs to concentrate on this central area and try and push back here, because he's losing two important flags down here in this central area. We do have Ratsuvaki coming in to try and do that. The artillery as well raining down fire, and up in the north, if he's not careful, if Frubblord is not careful, his northern flank will collapse and Nilla will push through. So I think Frubblord needs to invest some reinforcements up there. It depends how quick Nilla figures out that Frubblord is low on units up in that northern side. Nilla must have traded incredibly well over the last 5 minutes, because out of nowhere he is back into this game and back on top. This centre side is looking... Now Frubblord's got the reinforcements in, you know, he's got enough to push back in here, but it's certainly not looking guaranteed for Frubblord that he can retake this central position, especially Nilla can get enough reinforcements in. Frubblord has lost his units up north. He has one pack gun up there holding that northern side. Ooh, I saw it out the corner of my eye. The Lahito Junta unloaded all the way back at spawn. Big mistake from Frubblord, and that will hurt watching that back. I imagine it was a misclick there that caused that to happen. Oh, and Nilla's racing forwards up on the northern side. He could really have done with those 3 units up here on that north. The Guardia DP should make their way through and find that pack 38 up there. Will they make it through? Will they? Yes, they will. I wasn't sure whether that pack gun was going to get a shot off then. Frubblord does manage to unload his Lahito Junta in time, does take down the unit in the transport. That is going to help him, but Nilla has realised there's not a lot up in the north and look for further pushes in there. A Ju-88 is coming in, trying to help out Frubblord up in that northern side. There is action all over this battlefield. I'm trying to keep a track of it, make sure we don't miss any. In comes the Ju-88, has got a huge payload, 28 50 kilogram bombs, releases the payload. I think it's going to come down on this Guardia DP here. Oh, misses the strike. So Nilla gets away with that one. And the T-34-76 pushing forwards. The pack gun is still here. Will Nilla be able to make progress in this northern side? Because Frubblord doesn't have anything behind these 2 Lahito Junta in the way. They do have the anti-tank rifle, but it's not enough on the new patch to take out a T-34-76. The Pack 38 is making their way through the forest. Do get a shooter knockout that's going to give Frubblord a little bit more time. Nilla backing away. That T-34-76, the 2-star pack gun in pursuit. Will it find it? I think it was spotted briefly by that T-34-76. It does give enough time for Frubblord to rush in some reinforcements into that northern position. Nilla has a 16-8 right now. 11 minutes, 35 seconds on the clock. And will Nilla win this one? I would have said it would be... I wouldn't have called this, you know, 10 minutes into this game, but at the 20-minute mark, Nilla definitely looks like in command of this game. 16-8 up, 10 minutes left on the clock. Can he pull out the victory? I think it's looking likely now. In comes a P2. Oh, does get the kill on the T-34. Big kill. Takes a lot of pressure off the infantry. They can now engage man for man. Oh, and a bombing strike as well from the Blenheim Mark 1. And Frubblord pushing back in with the Ratsuvaki. There's still 3 Guardia DP units up on this northern side. If Nilla can win out with those 3 Guardia DPs, he can still control this northern side. The Lahito Junta are trying to make their way up on foot, but they're going to take a while to hoof it into that position. The KKs are spotted in the southern side, And Nilla's got a lot of units down here. Frubblord is rushing in reinforcements though, and they are coming into the correct positions. So I think Frubblord can hold on to this southern side for sure, as long as he gets there quick enough, because this infantry may well be in the forest by the time the reinforcements come into place. There is an off-map down into this southern side as well. The Jeep KO 152mm off-map does place down into the perfect position. And Nilla looks like he's aggressing in the north and the south as the centre is sewn up for him. I think he has lost an AA piece in here, so we could see some air attacks into the central area, but there is an off map coming in once again in the centre now. A T-34-85 strolling through the open as well. It's definitely going to give Frubblord something to think about, because he doesn't really have any anti-tank ground units right now. He has the air units, and Nilla doesn't have any fighters, and he doesn't have any AA. So Nilla definitely has AA in his deck, I'm sure of it. I mean, he definitely does. Let's have a look. So down at the bottom side of the screen, he has a lot of AA. As far as I'm aware, there's only 237 mils come in, so there's definitely many more AA pieces left at his disposal, but he is not bringing them in right now. He's bringing in infantry. And the Blenheim Mark 1 is going to take, you know, his opportunity. There's no... Wow, look at that. Look at that heat shell. Look at that heat shell. The 84Ks are attacking with the slowest velocity heat shell I think I've ever seen. Do get a hit, but it's not enough. The Blenheim comes down as well. Will it stress out that unit? Frubblord push forwards with the KK. Try and pick up a surrender here if Nilla's not careful. But those 84s are being fired upon by the T-34-85, and they are starting to get pinned down. Frubblord won't want to lose his artillery. Oh, there is a Pack 38 now up into the northern side. Nilla, I think, realizes, tries to push forward. The tracks are broken. It's in no man's land. That T-34-85 will go down. It's just a matter of time for Frubblord to take it out. Nilla has pushed forwards in the south. Oh, an off map onto his own sappery there. So that sappery is going to have to give his life. Although, yeah, it does die in combat. So that was a... I can understand why the commander made that decision there. The T-34-85 on the southern side as well is being held by the Pack 38 down there. The snipers are caught at close range, and they do not want to be at close range, easily taken down by the Jakari. And Frubblord, will he move out of this off map in time? Ooh, I think Nilla's going to get a big win here. Although those sapperies are pinned. No, I think the Jakari do push forwards and escape in time. The Avto Comrotti should prevent a surrender. But those sapperies, they are going to slowly get destroyed. And I think both sides kind of lose out here. 16-8 still for Nilla. 7 minutes 30 left on the clock. We're 24 minutes into this game. Frubblord sending a lot of reinforcements into the centre. Nilla with another off map. Again, nice positioning on that off map. Will take care of a number of units. I think Nilla is starting to look a little bit weaker. He's definitely held on to this southern side. I think he's going to hold on to the central side, and the northern side is a stalemate right now. So I think both sides have enough units in there to prevent any further attack up north. The Blenheim does come in, although the off map also comes down. The Blenheim hits these Guardians down there. Sometimes it's hard to track the strikes coming in. Frubblord's got a lot of Kivari coming into place here, and may pick up a couple of surrenders. This would be nice. There goes the 2 surrenders. And unloads them in time as well. So Frubblord pushing back in this central area. Can he keep all of this infantry alive? That's the big question. Does Nilla have another off map? Because that's a key position for another one. This one's still firing, so I'm not quite sure right now. 15-9 still to Nilla. 5 minutes 50 left on the clock. This is a tight game. This is a really tight game. The north is kind of stalemated. It looks like Frubblord has tried to push across, but across the open ground against 4 Guardia DP squads all lined up in heavy cover. Yeah, those units are not going to go far. There is another off map, and look at that positioning. Oof, that could be a major kill if that comes in. P2 striking down onto the leader unit and picking up the kill there. Was that the commander? That may well have been the commander. I kind of missed whether... I think that might have been the commander for Nilla. That would be a big kill, taking away a lot of veterancy. But the off map is about to come down now. A lot of units could get decimated here from Frubblord. A lot pinned down. No kills so far. Here come the big strikes. 1 kill onto this unit and almost everything pinned down here now. Nilla could push through. I think he's pushing his Guardia forward, possibly trying to get some surrenders, but he is getting close to his own off map now. Frubblord moving more infantry further up north. Everything pinned down here. I don't think that's probably towards the end of the off map, but a lot of men lost in that artillery barrage. More strikes, more kills. This central battle is key right now. 15-9 for Nilla. Look at the reinforcements pouring in from Frubblord compared to Nilla's 1 Guardia unit. I think Nilla has pushed forwards in the south, but again, Frubblord's got a lot of Jakari pushing forwards in the south as well. We are 27 minutes into this game. Nilla still has the 16-8, 4 minutes 30 left on the clock, and Nilla's pushed forwards up north, which I'm kind of surprised about. Counter-attacking after Frubblord's counter-attack. Frubblord has more reinforcements coming in here, and I think Frubblord can hold the north. I think he can hold that north, but Nilla did capture the flag up there. 16-8 to Nilla. The central area, all of Frubblord's troops have gone down, but he has a lot of reinforcements coming in. A lot more infantry just pouring onto the battlefield. Ooh, I was expecting the infantry to come down this road to this flag, but they're bypassing it. Will they be able to get to this rear flag here? Wow, look at this move. I think Nilla, yeah, he re-microed his unit there, realising he was weak on this northern flank of the city. And 2 Gavari squads come in there. Will they be able to take out the Guardia? And if they do, will they be able to surround Nilla's central city units? Down in the south, Nilla has been fairly... well, yeah, has been pretty much defeated. 1 Guardia squad remaining. He's got nothing in reserve down in this southern side. Yet down goes the other Guardia, and Frubblord takes full control of this southern side once again. 15-9 still for Nilla though. 3 minutes 10 on the clock. Will Frubblord be able to capitalise on this southern position? Up in the north, Nilla's infantry's gone down. There's an SU-152 holding back. But again, Frubblord's really taken the flanks here. Both flanks have gone down for Nilla. 13-11, 5 minutes 50 left on the clock. Nilla is looking really weak right now. 1 SU-152 holding the entire northern flag. If it was me, I'd be reversing this all the way back. You do not want to leave this anywhere. Yeah, Nilla is now doing that. Don't want to leave this susceptible to anything. Another T-34-85 OB-25 Avto Comrotti coming up into that northern position. But is it enough? I do not know right now. Nilla feels like he's desperately holding on. The centre is all that holds Frubblord at bay right now. Guardia has come through into the southern side, at least establishes a front line, and Nilla's troops in the centre are pinned down. T-26Bs progressing forwards for Frubblord, but there is a T-34-85, there's 2 of them in that central area. Ju-88 strikes coming in, trying to take care of the tanks from the sky, and there's no AA in the area for Nilla. Really needs to bring in some kind of AA unit. but I imagine he's desperately trying to reinforce his other flanks right now. 3 snipers into the northern side. Is he out of infantry? 2 snipers into the center. Is he out of infantry? Is he out of infantry? He's still briefly got the 15-9 there. 14-10. 4 minutes 45 on the clock. Blending strike after blending strike heading into this city. Down goes the T-34-85. I think it was a T-26B that took it out. Wow, major kill for that T-26B. Gun jam down onto the T-34-85. Maybe one of the pack guns back here actually that got that kill. Really unsure. But there is the other one is turret stuck. There was a PE2 briefly push in there. Is going to come back down. A lot of tanks are going down for Nilla. His central area looks like it's starting to collapse. The T-26Bs are charging forwards in this center ground, really making avenues to for Frubblord to push forwards into, and the Kivari are just following those T-26Bs forwards. It looks like Nilla is going to lose the center area, and there is no reinforcements coming in from him. So could Frubblord have held off Nilla? It's back to a 12-12. It's back to a 12-12. 31 minutes into this game. Frubblord has the 12-12, and will he get the 13-11? Will he pick up the lead once again? The snipers do get into position. Going to hold, if they get in themselves into the edge of this forest, they're going to hold off any push forwards. But how is Nilla going to attack once again? Frubblord does pick up the 13-11 now. Starts the victory tick for Frubblord. 23 minutes left on the clock for Frubblord to hold off Nilla, but he definitely looks like he's taking control of this game. The Guardians are pinned. In comes the rocket attack. Does take down the T-34-85 on the southern side, and there's just one Guardian unit that stands in the way of Frubblord on the south. The Sissi reconnect with the front line, being behind enemy lines for a huge part of this game. Frubblord is just flying around this city with no opposition right now. Picks up another flag. 14-10, and there is the surrender. Nilla surrenders. Wow, big victory. Frubblord wins it. 32 minutes 15 seconds. Congratulations, Frubblord. Commiserations, Nilla, and he equals up the series 1-1. What a fantastic game. What a fantastic game, and it all came down, I think, to Frubblord's pushers on the north and the south in the first 10 minutes of this game. I think he caught Nilla off guard, completely by surprise. Nilla's flanks were just not able to cope with the pressure that Frubblord put on there early. He sacrificed his central ground, but he pushed through on the flanks. It gave him control of the battlefield for the first 15 minutes of the game, and Nilla just wasn't able to last long enough to sew up the victory. So congratulations to Frubblord. Does win out. 4,000 kills to 2,850 losses. Big win for Frubblord. And wow, shows a top player in this game. Nilla, I think, was probably your third favourite of this Division 1, or third favourite in the world to pick up the Steel Division 2 League title. I think Sean and Gonzo ahead of him, but Frubblord certainly shows his mettle today. What a fantastic victory. Let's have a look at the kills for Frubblord. The early snipers, and I believe they are double sniper units, taking out a lot of units here. I think that might have been on the northern side, because I can't recall the sniper on the south. We spent most of the early game looking at that southern side. The Sissi take out the opposition sniper with the Ratsuvaki, and some key victories early on. Look at these two units, the sniper and the Ratsuvaki, picking up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 early kills. 10 early kills from those two units. Big start for Frubblord. His Jakari, fantastic infantry squads, proving their abilities in this game. I think this is possibly one of the first times we're seeing Raima Rapana in action in a competitive league game, and they showed they are a fantastic division if they're used effectively. They have their weaknesses. They only have the T-26Bs for their armoured presence, but Frubblord certainly didn't need more than that, and if they can capitalise on control of the air, then they can do a fantastic job. The PE2 here taking out 2 T-34s and the SU-152. And the artillery doing a good job as well. Frubblord invested in that fairly early, from about, I think, 6 to 8 minutes time. And I think that paid off for him, getting some key victories early on. Let's have a look at Nilla. The initial anti-air pieces did him well, but I think he brought in 2 Zenart 37mm at the very start of this game, and then I don't think I saw another anti-air piece throughout the entire game. So I kind of think Nilla made a bit of a mistake there, not bringing in any further anti-air pieces, especially into that central area, because he had such control of it. But I guess he was reacting to Frubblord's attacks in the north and south, and he was constantly trying to bring in reinforcements there that he just never had chance to bring in a reinforcing anti-air piece. The off-map did do a good job during the middle portion of this game at re-securing positions for Nilla, but it just wasn't to be. Wow, what a series. Frubblord equals it 1-1 now, and it is a best of 3, so we go into a deciding game. Make sure you do not miss that game. I'm sure it will be a cracker. The first 2 have been fantastic. There's no reason the third one won't even top it. So make sure you if you enjoyed this, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe so you do not miss the next game. And yeah, it'll be coming soon on my channel. Thanks very much for watching. I am Angry Bird. I will see you next time.